All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I begin by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakadash, the bonds to the elders and apostles of great most of the well. Peace, blessings, salutations to all for electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening unto this truth with all sincerity. I already made a blessing election be upon your houses. All right, the title and topic of this lesson is going to be, all right, growth and being a man in this truth, being a man in this ministry and having that growth, man. All right, because when you come into this truth, when you come into this walk, all right, you can no longer continue on doing the things that you were doing in the world, right? The childish things, the immature things, all right? Because this ministry is serious, right? Serving Yahweh Shem Shai is a, serious matter. All right, it's not something to play around with, to take lightly, all right? All right, so we come in here, we have that growth, all right? We have to be as man, right? And, one of the older brothers in my camp always says this, man. You're not a real man unless you're serving Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right, you are not a real man unless you're serving Yahweh Shem Al Shai. That's the brother Gabar. I always hear him say that, man. All right. In this world, people say I'm a man, this and that. All right, but they're not truly. All right, if you're not serving Yahweh Shem Al Shai, you are not a true man. All right, because the true man would be serving Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right. The true men will be doing everything to be found pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shem Shai. The true men are the ones that are on those highways and hedges prophesying. All right. That is what being a true man is. All right. And having that, having that spiritual growth, man, having that growth. Okay. Because when you come to this truth, all right, some time goes by, you've been in this truth. All right. People that you know in the world, your friends, family, whatever the case may be, they see a change in you. They see a shift in you. All right. You have your friends in the world say, "Hey, man, something's different about you. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's just different about you." All right, you know. But that's what it is when you come to serve Yahweh Bashim Shai. You have that growth, right? You're being a true man, all right, and you're putting off all those childish things. You're no longer doing all those childish things, all right. But I want to jump straight into some scriptures. This is Ephesians the fourth chapter, verse 22, and it reads, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man which is corrupt according to deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on a new man which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. And that's what we do when we come into this truth, when we come into this ministry. Right? We put off that old man, right? We put off, the deceitful lust of this world and get renewed in our mind and our spirit, man. And we come into this truth and put on that new man. All right. The person you knew before the truth, that person's dead, man. Right? You know, that person's dead, right? Once you come into the truth, this is you. This is the new you. You get reborn in this, man. Right? Putting on that new man, renewed. Okay? So you no longer can move like yourself when you were in the world. All right? And that's again shows you that's that constant battle between the flesh and the spirit, right? And we have to tend more to the spirit than to the flesh. Constantly making sure we're tapped into the spirit, all right? Because the flesh wants us to do all the wicked things that the old man used to do, okay? But that can't happen. That's why we have to stand firm in this faith, stand firm in this ministry, continue on praying, fasting, asking the Lord to increase our spirit, asking the Lord to increase our faith, right? And constantly tap into that spirit, okay? This is First Corinthians, the 13th chapter, verse 11. It reads, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, right? When we are in the world, we were children, man. We were acting as a child, spoke as a child, right? But once we came to this truth, that's when we became a real man, right? We put away all those childish things, right? We put away all the wicked things, right? We came to serve Yahweh Bashim Al Shai with whole heart sincerity, right? Being a true man, all right? You know, falling into our spiritual lives, I should say. All right. And this is Philippians, the fourth chapter, verse 13. It reads, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthen me. All right. And this is a good scripture. I always hear brothers say this, man. I always quote this scripture, because in the world, right, before this truth, you be in the mindset like, hey man, I did this by myself, right? Me, myself, and I, right? Only I did this, right? But now when you come into this truth, come into this ministry, you put off those childish things, you get renewed in your mind, right? You have that growth, right? You understand and have that proper understanding to know that all things that you do is through, you know, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem Shai, right? So again, reading the scripture again, I can do all things through Hamashiach will strengthen me. If it isn't for the Lord, you can't do it. It's the Lord that allows you to do it. It's the Lord that allows you to understand these scriptures and break them down, to feed the elect, to feed the flock, that wakes you up, that gets you to camp, that gets you to work, that gets you from point A to point B, right? That puts the thoughts in your mind, the words in your mouth, all right? This all the Lord. So you can't do nothing without the Lord, all right? You know, and that takes for you to, get renewed in your mind to understand these scriptures, truly to understand that. Because someone in the world wouldn't understand that. They'd be like, nah, man, I did this. I'm the one that went out here and got this job. I'm the one that went out here and did what I had to do. No, it's all the Lord. Because the Lord is the one that puts those thoughts in your mind. Right? The Lord is the one that's directs your path. All right. All right. Like it's scripture, sort of paraphrasing Proverbs, right? Man's goings are of the Lord. Okay. But again, going to show you when it comes to this truth, right? You have to put off those childish things. You have to be a man, right? Bring you to your mind and have that growth, right? You see that growth, right? Brothers that know you when you first came into the truth will tell you, hey, I see the growth in you, brother. You know? Shit, even people in the world would say, man, I see a change in you, man. I see growth in you, man. You used to do all types of wickedness. Now I see you no longer doing that, man. Right? But hey, that's the point right there. Lord will, this was edifying unto the elect of Israel. With that being said, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of great mills and well. Peace, blessings, sight to the soul for electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening onto this truth with heart sincerity. Until next time, Shalom. And above all, Kwame Shalom.